You ever just get the urge to and also to yeah, me neither. Sexy mystic survivors, got it, is a
roguelite bullet hell combat
game made by
fantasize game
and published by
Mandigo Parte.
You're doing so well. Published by Mango Party. The game will have you fighting for your
cooking
life, staring at your screen while you watch YouTube and finding out why this game is called Sexy Mystical Survivors and not just Mystic Survivors. The story of the game follows you, or your self-insert, a tactician or commander, in charge of getting these sexy mystic survivors out of this jam that they found themselves in. And your reward for successfully doing so is, of course, a hearty handshake and a job well done. For you've saved humanity, and now you get to live in this sex. They have sex with you. I mean, like, what else would it be? The gameplay for the game is more strategy based with a mix of RNG. Honestly, as long as you know what you're doing, you'd probably be hard pressed to lose. The goal is to defeat hordes of enemies, of course. Doing so will reward you with money, experience, weapons, and passive items that will make your horde destroying much easier. The loop is this: every time you defeat enemies, you'll absorb experience, and every time you level up, you'll be given the option of acquiring a weapon or item. Furthermore, when you defeat certain enemies, they'll drop chests that give you a chance to obtain ultimate weapons. And let me just say, ultimate weapons make the game himbo plier. That good shit. Hey, it's still going, huh? It's a mixture of satisfaction and waiting for a time to tick down on lower difficulties. But don't get me wrong, I big enjoy tower defense games and survival games where you can make completely overpowered builds and just chill, on autopilot. But after 15 minutes, a mini boss will appear, and I guess you can look at it as a DPS check for the most part. If you're doing well, you'll probably melt it in a couple seconds, but if not, prepare to be chased a while till you beat it, or die. After 30 minutes, the final boss will appear and you'll get your opportunity to beat it, and level. And beating the level with certain characters for the first time will give you lewds, so you know. After beating the level, you get the opportunity to use the gold that you've acquired during the level to upgrade items, making your next run a tad bit more manageable. You can also check achievements and necessary things that you have to accomplish to get new characters, weapons, or items. Overall, it's a pretty satisfactory loop, especially if you're into tower defense games and strategy games like me. Like I said previously, as long as you got the idea in mind, what kind of build that you're aiming for, you can usually come out on top. After you unlock the map, you can even plan to acquire more items than you can hold. So there's like tricks and strategies to min-maxing here. Now for the part of the loop that I'm sure many of you came here for.
Believe it is time for booty, as if you are an uncultured type of person here. Grab on me loops, YouTube, don't ban me totally, man, oops.
The loots in the game are provided after beating each level with certain characters once, or sometimes multiple times. After doing so, the game will prompt you to collect your reward. And what a reward. There's this one part where this girl hosts like a birthday party for you, and then there's like a jump house with the real Spider-Man in it. And he teams up with this, like, Yor from Spy Family, and it's sex. The reward is sex. So, I mean, I can't show you anything, but you have to take my whatever for it. But I will say the cutscenes are pretty decent, and the art is fair enough to keep you preoccupied, if you know what I mean. After acquiring each loot, they all appear in your gallery for further enjoyment. So, there you go. Honestly, I don't have any major complaints with the game. As someone that kind of enjoys these games, I find creating a really solid build that can run without your immediate attention to always be interesting. Now, I'm not gonna front. I'm a weenie that only plays on like normal and hard if I'm feeling particularly spicy. So you won't catch me on like the harder difficulties. But if that's for you, that's for you. I'm gonna stop your flow. But I can see how that can be like a negative to some people. But other than that, yeah. Also the slow drip of lewds. It'll take you at least like 5 hours to collect all 10 scenes in the game. Much of that 5 hours probably gonna be you staring at your screen, not doing much, so just be aware. Overall, I fucks with this. Honestly, before I even got my first lewd, I was actually enjoying the game enough to the point I forgot this was a butt game. But the lewds would appreciate it. Not the main incentive, but appreciate it. So honestly, if the game didn't have any booty in it at all, I think I'd... actually, never mind.